There's a very low percentage of this that is smiles and glory holes.
A friend in need's a friend indeed. A friend with weed is better. A friend with breasts and all the rest. A friend who's dressed in leather. A friend in need's a friend indeed. A friend who'll tease is better. Our thoughts compressed, which makes us blessed and makes for stormy weather. A friend in need's a friend indeed. My Japanese is better. And when she's pressed, she will undress. And then she's boxing clever. A friend in need's a friend indeed. A friend who bleeds is better. My friend confessed she passed the test. And we will never sever. Days dawning, skins crawling. Days dawning, skins crawling. Days dawning, skins crawling. Days dawning, skins crawling. Pure morning, pure morning, pure morning, pure morning. A friend in need's a friend indeed. A friend who'll tease is better. Our thoughts compressed, which makes us blessed and makes for stormy weather. A friend in need's a friend indeed. A friend who bleeds is better. My friend confessed she passed the test, and we will never sever. Days dawning, skins crawling. Days dawning, skins crawling. Days dawning, skins crawling. Days dawning, skins crawling. Pure morning, 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 pure morning. A friend in need's a friend indeed. My Japanese is better. And when she's pressed, she will undress. And then she's boxing clever. A friend in need's a friend indeed. A friend with weed is better. A friend with breasts and all the rest. A friend who's dressed in leather.
I'm not quite sure why I'm here or what I'm doing, but there's a reason. I don't like Facebook, and I don't like the internet. The
Same.
library blocked my password.
Same.
Now tell me, does that make any sense to you?
No.
This is absolutely lit. This is lit.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Dark Times with Dark Match Steve. I am Dark Match Steve, your twink. I meant host. Sorry. How awkward. Welcome to the stream. Lovers, friends, Yeah, guys, it's been a rough Valentine's Day. Not only is my butt buddy out of the state, okay, but I am a florist by trade, and yeah, guys. Oh, I was just on my feet for like over 12 hours at a time. I know nurses say they do that. It's not true. They're not on their feet for 12 hours. It's not even true. They get to sit down. I literally did not sit down. Just on my feet, standing up straight. Lunch break? Funny. That's a strange concept. No, I had time to eat a sandwich, but it was like, I ate, I took 2 minutes to eat and then got right back to work. There's 100,000 fucking orders for flowers. I literally could not even relax, even if I took the time to take a break. Oh man, but let me be real. The shop I'm working at with the current management we have, the owners, it's this year was the smoothest Valentine's Day. I will say that. It was pretty nice. It was like a lot of orders, and this was the first time that I was kind of like the head designer at a flower shop for Valentine's Day. That's terrifying. You never want to be the head designer at a flower shop during Valentine's because, you kind of get a little more pressure on you. And even if it's not pressure put on you, specifically, you end up just taking it on because you're like, anyway. So yeah, it was a lot, but it was nice. Out of all the years, I've been working as a florist for over 10 years. And every other Valentine's Day I've worked has been more hectic and stressful and insane. Because normally around a holiday, a crazy florist holiday, the owner or the managers make it more difficult than it needs to be. They overcomplicate things and they're not properly organized at all. These guys that I'm working with, these people I'm working with, they're a lot more organized, and I can appreciate that. And you can tell when they get a little stressed out, but they're not crazy like the other people that I've worked for in the past. So it was a breath of fresh air, even though I was a little bit more stressed in terms of my actual responsibilities that I can't run from. I can't hide in the bathroom and just fucking, sit there puffing my vape. I actually had to work. Other Valentine's Days I've worked at shops, it's nice when it's crazy because if you're not the head designer, you get a stack of orders and you can go disappear into the cooler and fucking hit your vape and, whatever. The owner is too busy with stuff at the front of the shop to even fuck with you. You can kind of get away with murder if you're a lower tier employee at a flower shop, especially one that's not. I'm working for a really small business right now too, so yeah, there's nowhere to hide. It was nice though, guys. I have to say. Let me get to the chat. Say, what are we getting into tonight? I'll get you guys up here. Hold on a second. All right, you guys are up on the page. I'll be with you guys in a second. So, what we're getting into tonight, I'm done talking about the flower shop stuff. Oh, besides, I will say too, this is the first time I've ever seen this, guys. All my years of working as a florist, I've never seen somebody come into a flower shop, walk in, and steal a flower arrangement and walk out with it. Never seen it happen. Never in my whole life. And I fucking saw it happen. Well, I didn't see it, but it happened while I worked at a shop. I saw the guy driving off with it. Me and this other guy went out to try to take the arrangement from him. And this guy went driving off with this fucking flower arrangement in his passenger seat. I wanted to pull my gun and say he tried to run me over like the ICE agents do. They can get away with it. If I just pulled my gun and shot that guy and took the flower arrangement and said he tried to run me over, do you think that would work? Or I have to be an ICE agent for that to work, I guess. Yeah. So yeah, guys, stressful ass Valentine's Day. Didn't get to do any butt stuff, and I just worked my ass off. So that's that. Let me say hello to the chat. So yeah, we're getting into tonight shooting filmed at a hockey game, guys. We're going to take a look at this from a self-defense perspective. Also, another topic we're covering tonight is also shooting related. This is Michael Jordan shooting his shot at a fucking 8-year-old kid. It's 7 or 8. I don't know what age he is. Little fucking kid. Michael Jordan shooting his shot. Yeah, Michael Jordan got handsy with some little kid. We're going to take a look at this and talk about that as well. He went straight Biden on us. Just like, literally 100 cameras flashing, video, live stream and all, and just starts groping a kid. Like blacks out and starts groping a little kid's butt. I don't know, man. I don't know. Is this like what happens when you get old? If you're like slightly a sexual deviant, you just start groping little kids' butts and stuff? That's scary. I don't want to get that old. I don't want to get old enough to where you just start blatantly groping kids. That's not what I'm into. I don't think I would ever do that, but I feel like these when you're like someone that has those temptations and you get to like, how old is Michael Jordan? He's not as old as Joe Biden. What is he, like fucking 60 something? I don't know. His eyes look red as fuck and he looks lost. But I think once when you're a PDF file, and that's what it is, you get to a certain age where you just start groping kids on camera. You're like, I only have so many years left in life to be able to grope these kids. I don't care if the cameras are flashing, if we're rolling a live feed, if this is a live stream, I don't care. If we're in the White House, I don't care. I'm getting mines. I think that is the philosophy they get once you get to a certain age, I guess. I don't know. All right, let me say hello to the chat. We'll get started here. Brian from Philly's up in here. DMS, you are my Valentine. Well, thank you, bro. I need a Valentine. How close are you to Tampa? I need to do some butt stuff. I'm just kidding. Look, yeah, it sucks. My Valentine was out of state. No butt stuff for me this year. Every year, my Valentine's Day has been sacrificed to the flower industry. And, I actually get butthurt about it sometimes. I'm just like, God damn, like, where the fuck, where's my love life? And I work in the floral industry. I should know, and I do know, that it's not even it's a fake holiday, okay? It's just meant to sell stuff, okay? Let's be real. Valentine's Day is a fake holiday. It's just, corporate, whatever. America, I don't know what other countries celebrate it. I don't give a fuck. It's just bullshit. I should know this, and still, every year, I'm just like, I don't get to do butt stuff today. Bro, there were some people that were supposed to help us at the shop that canceled on us to go be with their loved one. I'm like, what the fuck do you think this is? And one of the people that did that, they left early the day before, and they said, yeah, I'm leaving early tonight because tonight's going to be our Valentine's Day. And then they didn't show up the next day. I'm like, what the fuck? So you just got 2 Valentine's Day. I got none. I'm here with rose thorns in my fucking hands. Johnny Z's in here. Kenny, what's up, Kenny Powers? What's up, guys? Welcome. Oh, fuck. And I should have started to stream off with this. Bro, everybody say a prayer for Scott Starbird and his son, I believe. He posted on his YouTube channel that he wasn't going live today because he's in the hospital with his son. I hope it's not something really bad. I hope everything's okay. I gotta text him. Fat Pig's in here. What's up, Fat Pig? Fellow streamer, and so also fellow genius. 140 IQ are over here. along with me, Fat Pig. Welcome, sir. Sweet cheeks. Nick the Gun Guy's up in here. What's up, Nick? Where's Scotty Starbird? Bart Hutchison's in here. Sniz is in the chiz. What's up, bro? Did Hockey Dad get heat with the referees and pull a Glock Brothers? Dude, unfortunately, I think it's something far, far more depressing and fizz-ucked up. Unfortunately. Funny Face, what's up, bro? DMS for president? What a terrible idea. I don't want to get shot at because I'm best friends with somebody who lived next to Epstein. I'm good. Alex Jones for president of the HOA. Bro, that would be wild. Would I vote for Alex Jones? Dude, like, it's like, that's like an idea, you know, if you consider, like, maybe he could use some of his knowledge to do good, that, you know, if that would work in theory, yeah, but the vibe I get from Alex Jones right now is not good. And I get the vibe from him that he would just end up, it would be an embarrassment. It would be like fucking Dan Bongino being president. You just love, you know, stare at you with the fucking eyes bulging out of his head, lying to your face, and you just gotta go, oh okay, can't do nothing about it. Gotta get these immigrants out of here, so better let the pedophiles run the country. B Dubs, what's up, bro? He must really love his boo if he's stealing flowers. No, he must be a fucking piece of shit. He's probably cheating on the woman stole the flowers for. I don't have to, you know what? And I was going to describe the person that stole the bouquet of flowers. You know what? I'm not going to do that. I refuse to describe the person who walked into our shop, stole a whole bouquet, ended up making. See, this is the problem too. This guy stole one of our arrangements. We had no idea which one it was. It was a pre-order. He came in and stole a pre-order thing with a ticket on it. So then we had to go the whole day not trying to figure out which ticket was missing. Someone had already paid for flowers. And it was something that was it was in a batch of orders to go out for delivery. I could describe the kind of person that did that, but I won't. I think you guys could probably guess. If I gave you guys one guess, I said, I'll give you one opportunity to guess the kind of person that would just walk into a flower shop, blatantly just grab a big arrangement off the table and walk out with it and act like nothing happened. Describe him? No, someone else already did in chat. Okay, so anyway, dude, that is just wild. That is wild. What a fucking piece of shit. What a fucking piece of shit. You know, like, guys, I'm humane. Like, if someone is stealing food, I don't call them a fucking piece of shit. That is different. Some fucking homeless person that needs something or something, you know, that is different. Someone that's coming in to steal something from a business, we're selling something that's not like, you know, it's just it's a product that's like an extra thing in life to gift somebody flowers. It's not a necessity, okay? But in stealing that, you are taking what is necessities from other people, right? Because you want something, you want to fucking get laid. You're going to give your girlfriend a bouquet of stolen flowers with a card on it that's for somebody else. Holy shit. Wild. Maybe he's gonna eat the flowers. Dude, there are edible flowers. I don't think any of those were, but I hope he did eat them and fucking puked. Okay. So where are we gonna go to first, guys? Bro, let's take a look at this. This is funny as fuck. While we're on the subject of race. I'm sure all of you guys have seen this. This has been going absolutely viral. Like that, there's like a new gay virus going around too. This went viral like that. Butter Knives in here, and Truth is Unbreakable. What's up, guys? Welcome, welcome. Bro, I couldn't believe that. I'd never seen somebody do that. I've never seen somebody do that. Steal a flower arrangement. What a fucking scumbag. I'm literally on my feet for 12 hours. 12 hours, and this fucking piece of shit's gonna come in and steal something. Holy shit. Let's go over here, guys. Fart N-word. Have you guys seen this video? Bro, this is the epitome of like a white lady who's... See, this doesn't... I almost, in a way, I almost feel bad for this white lady. I'm sure she's completely canceled to oblivion. She'll never, like, you know, she won't even get hired as a trash lady. You know. But I feel bad in a way because I can tell that this is the epitome of a white lady just trying to like be the funniest person. You know, she's trying to just be like, I'm so fun and goofy. And you just like come up, you're frustrated, and so you want to like come up with a funny way to express your frustration, and you say, let me quote here, okay? I want to say it at least once just to quote, okay? We're not going to keep repeating this. You know what? Let's not. I'll let her say it. This is what she said.
Why? It's my last one. Oh, fart nigger. What the fuck is that I just said? Nick, you gotta, can you kill that? Oh, fuck my life.
Dude, that is wild. That is wild, but this is like this. I don't get the sense at all that this comes from a place of racism. This is just a white lady trying to be like all these fucking men are around her. She thinks she's like this. I've seen this quite a bit when we've had tenants. My mom had a couple properties, and when I've done a lot of like the repair stuff or helped with it, at least with different shit. And dude, there's been a couple times there's this lady that lived in one of them, and whenever we came to like work on stuff, she would try to start like cussing like a sailor. And you can tell some women when they're around like guys that are doing construction shit, they want to try to be one of the guys and just be like, look, it's locker room talk, right? You know, let's just say white guys, when they're on a construction site, they just throw the N-word around. Like, this is what this lady thinks, you know, she's not like thinking about lynching anyone or, you know, sending anyone back to Africa or something. She's literally just like, oh, I'm going to say something crazy on the job site like the guys do.
Why? It's my last one. Oh, fart nigger. What the fuck is that?
She just said she thought about it too. You can tell she thought about it.
I just said, Nick, you gotta, can you kill that? My life.
Can you kill it? And what did he say? No, it's a what? It's a live thing? Is that what he said? She's just having a little fun, guys.
my life. Can you kill that?
Do we have captions here? No.
Fuck my life.
I guess it was a live feed. What a fucking idiot. Yeah, so I remember I was painting at this one at one of my mom's properties, and this other guy was there repairing something else, and he was showing me something that he was having trouble with, and this lady, she comes up, the lady that lives there, the tenant, and she was like, I forget what she said exactly, but she said something, and me and this guy just looked at each other like, what the fuck? And she goes, yeah, I know how it is. Guys on the construction site, they'll just talk about their dick. We were just like, what the fuck? Me and this guy looked at each other like, we have never, ever mentioned each other's penises to each other. what a fucking thing to say. This is what this is. This is a white lady just trying to be the most goofy on the job site.
What is that I just said? Nick, you gotta, can you kill that?
No, I got 35 minutes. I can't kill it.
I can say I've never put fart in front of that word before. Bro, this is, you got to give it to her for creativity at least, right? This is a phrase that's never been said before, Sniz. This has never been said before. In fact, I think I may actually add this to my vocabulary. Because this is honestly quite creative. You got to give it to her at least for that. No one's ever said that. That's why we've never heard that. Is that a northern thing? No, this is a brand new thing. HGTV is woke. Yeah, that's probably why they got her ass. Here, let me bro, that is funny as fuck, man. It's a northern thing? No, it's not. To say fart N-word? What? If anything, that would come from from the South. No, it's possible. Honestly, no, that sounds more, because like I said, it's not a racist thing to say. So no, I believe that this could be a thing that comes from the North, because it's just a funny, playful little, fart N-word. It just sounds silly. It's just like ultimate silliness that accidentally crosses the line into racism. That's all it is. It's not something that is motivated by racism. So, truth, you might be right. That I think that's a northern thing. Northern liberals who they know how much Black Lives Matter already. So they're allowed to use these phrases, or they think they are. They should be. I say it's okay. In that context, I say it's okay. Play ball. All right, let me pull up the Michael Jordan video. Bro, I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what is going on. Guys, I hope if someone did this, I hope you would say something and at least be like, yo, that was a little different. Bro. Hold on, let me get you guys over on this tab. Oh, fuck. Okay, here we go. Bro, look at this. This kid's got up to the trophy Michael Jordan saw that little ass and he said, I'm going to get me a handful of that. Michael Jordan said, I'm about to grab this little fart N-word. Oh. Bro, where's the audio? MJ looking eager. Dude. Okay, I just thought about this. I totally did not cover these topics in a sequence for any kind of motive, okay? But it is really funny that we started the stream talking about a lady who used the term fart N-word, and then the next video that we play is a video. You know what? Maybe I shouldn't say it. Maybe I shouldn't even go there. I was going to say, he looks like he's grabbing a fart, right? So that would make him a fart. Do you guys... you know what? Let's move on. This got debunked. The story has been debunked already, Dark Match. Well, motherfucker, I've been working my ass off. Looks like MJ's looking for that fart. Bro, that's what I'm saying. He is a fart. That's what I was... Yes, thank you. I mean, no, you thought of that. Hey, are you calling him a fart N-word? That is not what I was implying at all. Bro, no way this has been debunked. What do you mean it's debunked? You're saying this is AI? Dude, this is not AI. It is not. In fact, I think this is off my friend's TV. Bro, what the fuck? I don't even like watching this. This is weird. I'll play it for you guys, okay? What is going on? Bro. And then he scratches the leg, pretending like it's normal, or he was trying to act casual. Let me scratch your leg for you. Dude, I just like... I'm just, I'm really trying to like, I'm having a little fun at his expense, but I'm also helping him get a piece of ice out of his clothes. Bro, really? That's what Bill Clinton should have gone with. That's what every chomo should go with. I was trying to help him get a pair of ice out of his shorts, and his little, dong ended up in my mouth. Oops. The leg scratch. Dude, that's what I'm saying. The whole thing is like a little... I don't know, guys. I don't interact with... I'm seriously trying to be... I'm part of me is trying to actually analyze this fairly. My friends have kids. There's, I have two friends. I have a couple groups, couples, a couple couples that I'm friends with that have kids. One of them, like, I'm, really close with. I see them and their kids all the time. Dude, when their kids run around and like smack each other, and they'll smack each other on the butt, they'll smack an adult on the butt or something like that, and the parents like tell them not to do that, no, and then they stop or whatever. And it's like, I would never, I just like, even like my best friends who I'm like, their kid's uncle, basically. I play with the kids all the time. Every time I see them damn kids, they love me. I love the kids. I would seriously hurt anybody that tried to hurt one of these kids, I would never just like start grabbing one of their ass cheeks like this. That is like, I don't know. Even if there was ice in their shorts, like I wouldn't even do that. That just, yeah, sniz, exactly. I'll say this: I would never touch a kid like that, dude. That's what I'm saying, man. Like you don't want. I mean, I don't give a shit. I could not care less about basketball, but I don't want to think this about Michael Jordan, that he wants to, like, that it's something weird. I'm seriously trying to think, is it maybe just an old guy who's, messing with the little kid or something? I mean, I don't know. I can't, yeah. Dude, and it looks like, okay, I would like to see where this clip exactly came from in the context, because look at the kid's hand. Oh, what is Bubba trying to justify this? What is he saying? The Epstein files are fake too? Oh my God, he's getting ice out of his shorts. Is that what Bubba's going with over there? That he's helping the kid get ice out of his shorts? No. I don't, that's not what that looks like to me. And look at this too. What I was going to say is they probably did dump ice, sniz. Of course they did. I can't imagine that they didn't dump ice and drinks and all the shit like they normally do. But and I was at my friend's place when this race ended, and I didn't see this clip live. My friend was watching this, and and I saw that it ended in a big ass wreck. Did you guys see the ending of this? It was a big ass wreck. They did like there was like the second from last lap or something, or near like the last lap. It was one wreck, and this guy sort of creeped towards the front, and then there was one last wreck in the last like 5 seconds of the race, and all these fucking cars spun out, and then this guy hopped to the front and won it. This is why I don't go to the Daytona 500. I went to Sebring once. It was all right. It was pretty cool. Racing really isn't my thing. It was honestly like, it was all right, but it was kind of brutal. I felt like I literally dressed like Hunter S. Thompson, because I was like, I'm just gonna get fucked up and walk around and hide behind my fucking glasses. I heard MJ invited the kid to a pizza party. I bet they ate pizza after this. MJ was trying to snag slice or toppings off of his slice of pizza right here in this clip. So what I was going to point out in this clip, though, why I wish I could have seen the full deal, is because look at the kid's hand. Look at the little kid's hand right before Michael goes to grab him. It looks like this is... I'm not even trying to make Michael look like the biggest perv ever, but this looks like the kid has had Michael do this before, because look at how he puts his hand back there kind of to block him. You guys see this? Watch. Here, let me go full screen. Watch the kid's right hand, not the left hand that you can see right there. It's the right hand. Watch how he puts his right hand back to sort of block Michael from grabbing his tiny butt. There it goes. Look. Bro, he's definitely done that before. He was waiting for it. The kid was waiting for it. He tried to block it. You see? Bro, what the fuck? Dude, I swear, I hope Bubba is not saying that this is ice in the kid's shorts. That is wild. Look at this. He is not getting ice out of them shorts. What the fuck, man? Oh, wow. So now Ice is attending NASCAR races. Yep. They're trying to send Bubba Wallace back to Somalia or something. All right. Here, let me pull up the next deal. Here, let's pull up the. Speaking of ice, we got ice hockey. Let me get you guys over on this tab. God damn, I'm really slutting it up tonight. Oh, here we go. Sorry, I had to save somewhere else. And I went ahead and grabbed it over on Twitter because if I play this on, Instagram, I think this is, where else was this? I had this saved somewhere else too, but you know how it is. It'll be tiny on the screen if I play it from fucking Instagram. For some reason, the desktop version is dog crap. So yeah, let me go. So yeah, this is where was this from again? Hold on a second. I want to show you. Hold on. Let me do this number, that number, this. Okay, so yeah, what happened apparently at this game. Now, I've tried to see from this footage, guys, and I can't exactly tell where it's happening. But I think I know based on people's movements. So, oh, here we go. Let me get you guys back over here. I'll go down to the bottom. Oh yeah, put you guys on another tab because Twitter updated, and now anytime I click on something from my messages, it takes me to another whole goddamn tab, which is just like the most inconvenient shit ever. Fat Pig's calling in. Damn it. Let me get this tab up. Hold on. Piggy? Hello? Yeah. Yeah, I'll send it. You said like 15, 20 minutes? All right, I'll send it to you now. Just hop on whenever. I'm not going to be on super late, so try to get on as quick as possible, I guess. All right, see ya. All right, I guess Fat Pig should be coming on. Let me get the link over to him. Hold on one second, lovers. I missed the pig. I plan on having him on a second time last week, but then I couldn't stream Thursday or Friday. It was just so crazy at the shop. Let me go here. Hold on. Okay. Let me get this over to him real quick. Okay. Sent. All right, so let me go here again. Hell yeah, Fat Pig's coming on. The piggy. Oh my god. Very gaseous stream. What? I didn't mean to click on this. I meant to click on this, but then the chat shifted. But then Sniz said, yeah, Johnny, LH called criticizing Bubba for covering the Obama gimmick. It was political. Dude, I don't understand. No, I do. I think I do. Bubba needs to stop. Like, I don't care. I haven't been even listening to the show, so I don't care. He can take as many calls from LH as he wants. But this is like one of the things I don't know why Bubba just like let me tell you, as many criticisms and issues as there's been in the last like year and a half with me and that show. I feel like despite whatever, I can be very fair in saying Bubba has cooler black fans that listen to that show, that listen to his show, and he has no need to try to pander to the black demographic by letting that ignorant motherfucker talk on his show. LH is the worst caller Bubba has ever had call into his show. And by worst, I mean, there's some people that call in and they're terrible calling into the show. They're just awful on the phone and they bring it to a screeching halt, but you can like at least make a bit out of it. And it's like entertaining. LH is the kind of awful that you can't even make it like entertaining content based on how it's awful. It's just awful in this way that there's just no redemption to it. There's no silver lining or anything to be gained from it, period. It's like, it's so terrible. And Bubba, I think Bubba wants, some, and he doesn't need to like try for it. Bubba's actually cool enough that he has clout with the black community. He doesn't need to like pander to the most ignorant one that calls into his show. Like all he does is talk shit, and it's never even like good criticisms. It's like bullshit. And and Bubba wants the fact that the black community does kind of like his show. He wants that to be like, heard on the air with a oh, I got a black guy calling into the show. But all he does is talk shit, and it's like it's just stupid shit. I just like can't even take it. Bubba invited LH to Barb. Yeah. Good. Did he go to Barb? I'm glad I didn't go. He is. Damn DMS, LOL. LH is an ass for real. Dude, I would never let that guy talk on my stream for 5 fucking seconds. Unbelievable. Ignorant motherfucker. Just wants to absolutely bring it to a screeching halt. So fucking ridiculous. Okay, let's go. Let me get I was kind of seeing if the fat pig would get it. I know he said he needed a few minutes. So yeah, let's just go over to this video. So yeah, this was the shizooting. It happened in Pawtucket, Rhode Island. Okay. So unfortunately, Terrifying shizooting just happening at a skating rink in Pawtucket, Rhode Island at a high school boys hockey game. Chilling footage captures the moment it began. One young female victim, killed. Suspect is also DZ. Pray for the families. So what I had heard was that what happened was a dad took out his family and then took himself out. That's what I heard happen. I thought it was in this caption. It must be on some other version I had saved somewhere else that said all of that. But anyway, so yeah, I guess Sniz mentioned maybe it had something to do with the refs or something, because we've seen that before. There's other videos. Remember the or like two parents going at it. You see that. That's pretty common at when there's some crazy shit that goes down at one of these fucking kids games. It's two parents fighting, or a parent that's like fighting a fucking coach or ref or something. What I read before, and we can pull up a news article maybe that has more info on this. But yeah, I heard it was a dad that took out his family. That's awful. Yeah, so what it looks like, a trans dad. It was a trans dad. That's what Kenny's going with. Thank God I have a mod. Let me go down here. So let's take a look at the video here. I'm pretty sure Pawtucket, bro, dude, that's pretty funny. Pawtucket is a male dog that identifies as a female. That's pretty funny. Fastest those kids ever skated, yeah. No, so Fat Pig's in here. Hold on a second. Let me get him up. Lover, what's up? Welcome.
Evening, cocksucker. How are you?
Oh, just out here sucking these cocks.
Oh, there you go.
Welcome. How's it going?
Very good. Yourself?
Pretty good. Whatever. I really worked my ass off Valentine's Day, bro. I was on my Valentine's Day. You know, it was about 4 days of, during the week, about Wednesday through Saturday of just working, really long hours and being on my feet like the whole time. But dude, Valentine's Day, my body just like knew we were done with all the orders. And I don't know what happened. My roommate here has, he's always sick here and there, but he's like, kind of had something. I don't know if I had got something or what, but I felt like I was going to vomit and black out. And it was like 6:30. I'm at work and I'm just like, I'd finished the last order and I just started to like shut down. It was so weird.
Well, that doesn't sound too kosher.
No, it wasn't. And then I left work and I got home a little before 7. And then I crawled into my bed, and I'm telling you, I barely made it. Like, it was like I was just going to shut down, and I fucking crawled into my bed and I slept for 3 hours, and I woke up at 10 and ate some other food, jacked off and went to bed.
Jacked off and went to bed.
That's exactly what I did.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
I won't lie. It was a good jacking off.
Yeah.
It was a good one.
Like a little 3-minute session.
3 minutes. Dude, no.
See, that's a good jack off session to me. I gotta say, like 20 minutes to take to jack off is just too much. Like, I'm there to get the deed done, Like, if you can crank one out in a couple of minutes, I mean, that's pretty efficient.
Dude, you don't know how many times I sit down and I'm like, you know what, we're gonna make this a quickie and I'm just gonna go to bed. And I'm just like, 15 minutes later, I'm like, God damn it, I've been just stroking it, sitting here like,
Yeah.
what? I gotta go to sleep.
What are you running like the 2-finger gimmick, like just teasing it?
No. Well, I wouldn't really call it edging per se, but it's like, whatever. Yeah, I guess it's sort of like subconsciously, I always want to last a little longer to sort of make sure my body doesn't get, used to busting in like 2 minutes, because when, when you're with a partner, then that's like, whatever, frowned upon in theory. But however, my partner doesn't even like to go long. So it's like, whatever. But still,
Well,
yeah, I go at least 15 minutes, normally over 20 minutes. Just it's
well,
like,
yeah, when you're fucking somebody, you got to make sure they get their party too. I mean, if you're doing it for yourself and you're just trying to get your own party, I don't care if it takes 5 seconds.
yeah, I'm a gentleman. I am.
Well, I know that's what I'm saying, but if you're jacking off, I mean, I'm not going to try to make it last. I mean, who am I trying to satisfy? Myself. So I just want to get it done and get on with the day or go to bed or whatever the fuck. I'm going to jack off and not fuck.
True. So how was your Valentine's Day?
Oh, it's good. Very uneventful.
Uneventful.
We choose not to celebrate that day. Commercialized bullshit holiday.
Yeah. No, coming from me, you should you should heed what I say. It is a commercial bullshit holiday. But I need it.
Well, no, for your business, it's very good. It's just we have an understanding. She doesn't care. I don't give a fuck. It's just, we're not going to go out to dinner. I don't have to buy flowers. She doesn't have to buy me shit. It's just a waste of fucking money.
She. What are you? Is this a trans woman?
Yeah. Well, she used to be Dawn and now is Donette. So yeah. So now you have to refer to her as she.
She used to be Dawn. Now she's Dawn. Dawn with an O, and now she's Dawn with an A.
Yeah, or Donna.
I liked what
She's still got a hairy ass, though. It's kind of weird.
Okay.
Jesus
Sounds
Christ.
like a lovely lady.
Yeah.
Well, let's pull up this. Did you watch this already? The hockey deal?
No, I hadn't seen it yet.
Really?
Really?
So yeah, dude, this is wild to see, but so I'm pretty sure it happens over here. I already played it. I don't know if you saw when you were hopping on here, but I'm pretty sure whatever goes down, and I think I'm pretty sure I'm right about this, just also based off of, well, I read it somewhere, and then based off of what happens in this footage, it appears something goes down over here, because you can see the shooting starts, people fucking start to just get down, and the people on the ice look like the kids, they're kids. They look like they don't know where to go, and they just sort of go to get off of the ice. But then everybody realizes where it's happening, and then even the people that came over here off the ice, everybody starts to go this way. Okay. So I don't know. Let's take it from the top. Yeah, like this kid just got over the barrier, and all of his friends are like, "Oh no, fuck, it's over here." And then you can see the people over here, like it looks like people here are so close by that half of them don't even run, like they're right there. And like I said, the dad took himself out, I think these people were close enough to see what happened, and so they didn't run. They knew they weren't in danger because this guy shot his own family and then himself, and they're just
Oh, so he wasn't shooting at the kids. He just shot his family in the crowd and then popped his noodles out.
That's what's supposedly happened.
What the fuck?
Yeah, look at the kids. At least one or two of them come over here, and then they realize where it's all going down. There, and that last shot.
That's a shot.
I think that was the last one. Not everybody realized. But look how many people are still over here.
Yeah.
And that guy's holding his head. He's like, no fucking way.
I already know what the coach said to him when they got in the locker room.
What?
How come y'all don't move that fast and free at game time? I mean, watch them. When you watch them skate off, it looks like a fucking NHL hockey team, the way that they fucking skate and glide towards there.
Oh, dude. You're right. There you go. They go pretty damn fast.
Watch it. It's like little ants. I would just suppose when you're in fear for your life, you probably move a little quicker, more efficiently.
Yeah.
I'm sure I do. I know my fat ass can run if I need to.
Nantucket ice hockey. Let me see. I'm seeing what article. Oh, hold on. There's a here. Let me just go to this other. This is some news channel discussing it.
Follow breaking news in Pawtucket, Rhode Island, where police say multiple people have been hurt after a shooting at Dennis M. Lynch Arena. This is an indoor skating rink. We do know right now that the suspect is dead. We want to give you a look here on the map so we can give you a better idea of where this is happening on Andrew D. Furland Way. Our sister station reporting that there's actually an employee at the Walgreens nearby where children came into the pharmacy in a panic saying that there was a shooting. The employee said that they were told to close and evacuate that building. They called 911 and the children hid in the store. We do have crews on the way to the scene. And as we wait for those crews to arrive.
Fucking Sniz said, there once was a man from Nantucket. That rhyme?
Yeah.
There once was a man from Nantucket. He pulled out his gun and said, fuck it.
That's right. That's what they say. I got it.
We do want to bring in WBZ security analyst Ed Davis now to help to give us some context of this situation as we continue to wait for our crews to arrive on the ground. Ed Davis, thank you for taking the time to speak to us.
Good afternoon. It's a chaotic time when something like this happens. Thank you very much.
Now, I know, this is also this is a holiday. This is a day that kids have off of school today, which makes it even scarier for parents to be hearing this news here. This was an indoor.
What, today they're off? Because it's President's Day?
Yeah. It's a federal holiday.
It's fucking bullshit is what it is.
Where
they're all in the Epstein files.
Children and everyone have a good time when something like this happens. We do at least know right now, Ed, that the suspect is dead. Can you talk to us?
May as well be Epstein Day.
About the rapidness of this response here by police and law enforcement to this incident.
Sure. So an incident like this at a hockey rink, and I spent a lot of my life at hockey rinks with my children. It's almost akin to a school shooting in that there's a bunch of young people there. Terrible, terrible incident to have them go through. So the police responsibility is to secure the scene, take out the shooter, and then to provide aid, medical aid, and evacuation to the children, but most importantly, anybody who has been injured. If the suspect has passed, then they can concentrate their time on first aid. They can concentrate their time on life-saving procedures and getting people to the hospital as quickly as possible. So that's what's going on now. I've been told there's a command post set up in that area, which is standard police procedure to coordinate the.
Bro, the Twitter link, or not link, but the fucking the tweet that we were looking at before said a girl was shot, but she survived. I imagine. I wish they would actually give us some more details here instead of
probably caught in a crossfire. Do you know how many family members he had that he shot and killed?
I thought it. Hold on a second. Let me see. Hold on. I had it somewhere else. I believe it said.
What do you have, a pistol?
Had to.
Yeah.
I mean, well, I don't. Unless he's. Unless he's a trans furry, I don't know how you sneak a fucking whole rifle into a fucking.
It's just such an odd place to do it because it's obviously pre-planned, or he just fucking snapped and carried a piece, and then. But I mean, to pop your whole family and then stick the gun in your mouth. I mean, like, what was she poking you? Like, go get me some more popcorn. Go get me some more popcorn. You snapped and like shoot your whole family and blow your noodles out, or like you pre-plan it and you go, you know what? I'm going to kill my family and then blow my brains out, but I'm going to wait for the children's hockey game to do it at, because that would be the perfect setting.
Dude, I don't know. I could imagine that he just happened to have the gun on him and lost his shit, and it was a bunch of built up anger. You know, I heard of a story like this now, and I don't remember. I'm pretty sure this was like a family member of an employee that I worked with at this one shop. There's this, I've mentioned this before, but this one flower shop that I worked for in Tampa had all these fucking weird ties to it and stuff. All of these different conspiracies and shit that I like knew a little extra info about, whether it was from, they had all the contracts with the funeral homes in Tampa. So we were being told by the embalmers about the weird clots and stuff in people before it was. Before anyone talked about it. I know all this like extra info about the Pulse nightclub shizooting because we handled all of their flowers and just like all of this weird shit. But anyway, I think it was a family member of an employee, but it was this story I heard at the shop that it was a husband and wife that were arguing, and they had kids, or they have, or whatever. The kids are still alive. They don't have them anymore. Just the wife does now, but they were fighting. And I don't remember what exactly the situation was, but I think they were coming back from somewhere or something, because I remember someone saying it like happened outside or something, but they were in a huge fight and the guy just pulled his gun out and offed himself right in front of his wife and kids because they were all fighting.
Well, that's deep-seated behavior. That's not fucking normal. I don't see like somebody, like a normal person who carries like you or me, and you just get so fucking pissed off with somebody that you're like, okay, I'm just going to stick the gun in my mouth, or just start popping people off and then stick the gun in my mouth. That's somebody who should not own a fucking firearm.
Yeah, and some of these cases, some people are going to slip through the cracks, obviously, but some of these cases, there are prior things that they should have taken the gun away. Felony domestic violence and stuff like that. You're not supposed to be able to. They're supposed to come get your shit if you're a felon in possession of firearms. They're supposed to come get your shit, and there's been multiple cases like that. One fucking Army base or Navy base, Marine base shooting that happened. That guy should have had, that was a famous one that happened on a base, and he killed like a few people. And
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah,
that happened down here, I think.
I think it was.
I'm pretty sure it happened in Georgia.
Yeah, you know what? I think you're right about that.
Hmm.
But yeah, he had prior charges, felony charges that should have he actually bought the gun after. That was the thing too. This is part of the problem with people talking about, oh, we need more gun control, but we don't enforce already what we have. That's what the problem is, because the federal and state systems don't communicate properly and stuff. So when someone gets a felony charge at like the local level, and then their stuff doesn't pop up in the federal background check system, it should, but it doesn't sometimes. And so he was able to buy a firearm, walk onto that fucking base, and kill people, all because of the problems in the system. It's not that we need a new law to stop that. We just need to enforce that.
Massive resources are usually sent to a situation like.
Go ahead. What were you going to say?
No, I was going to say, yeah, it's almost like you needed to give fucking mental health evaluations before you hand out guns nowadays, because people are so fucking crazy. I mean, the majority of people are responsible gun owners, and it's good when they have them when shit does break bad in most circumstances. But when it comes to shit like this, I mean, even if I'm carrying, which I always do, if a guy fucking runs up and punches me in the fucking face, I'm not even going to pull the piece unless he like jumps on top of me before I can get up and start smashing my head against the pavement. Then I'll pull it and I'll fucking pop him. But like if he walks up and hits me and I don't go down, I'll just start throwing fists if he doesn't have a weapon. I'm not going to even pull my piece in that circumstance. So when you flip out because you're mad because your family's arguing and you fucking blow your brains out, there's a much larger problem in that scenario, in my opinion. You know,
dude, it's funny. I mean, you talk about maybe we should have some kind of mental evaluation or something, and it's like, that idea. It sounds.
Yeah, it's not foolproof.
Well, no, but I was gonna say, you're not gonna get. You're gonna be hard pressed to get support from people who are like proponents of the Second Amendment.
Well, that's what I mean. That's the whole thing. It's the fucking Second Amendment. So to get anything altered with that shit is very hard, and they just keep loosening it and loosening it. I'm not against gun laws, and like I said to begin with, I think that the majority of gun owners are responsible, and it's actually a good thing. Like when you looked at the shooting at that church in Texas, that guy would have killed 200 fucking people, but the guy who lived next door ran over with his AR-15 and fucking unloaded on the guy. And then he fucking got in the car and drove off and fucking bled to death and crashed into a ditch. So if it wasn't for the responsible gun owner, many more people would have died. And that usually is the circumstance. And you see, these gas station robberies and stuff, and you see people getting popped, the mass shootings and everything. But I think also that this has happened for a lot longer than we thought. I think it's just with social media and, everybody has a cell phone now. Everybody records on camera. You get the news in 0.25 seconds. But you just hear a lot more about it, if that makes sense.
Dude, I don't know. I've thought about that too. When it comes to a lot of issues that it seems like are getting more prevalent or something, and if it's just the coverage or something and our ability to see it. But when it comes to the shootings, I really don't think that it's been like this, and at least in America.
Right. No, not necessarily the shootings in general, just crime in general. Like you look at serial killers or murderers and shit like that, and you wouldn't hear about that shit because the way the media works and with technology and everything. But no, the schizool shootings, that's something that's come about. I mean, Columbine was one of the first. What was that, 93? But it's almost like they want to like live in infamy, you know, and they go, well, I'm going to 86 myself anyway. I may as well go do this. And then if you look at it on the other hand, too, the majority of the people are Trizannies. So it's, I don't know. There's a lot to it. I need to get my fucking pipe.
I don't think that's as good as a correlation as probably just the fact that you could apply this, you know, going back all the way to, you know, through back to probably Columbine or whatever is the psychotropic drugs, you know, where trans people are often, they have at least, if you are experiencing body dysmorphia, you have and you are going as far as to transition, you have probably dabbled in the antidepressants and
no, I absolutely agree with that. I mean, it's definitely a mental health thing, and I mean, make the fucking manifestos, and you know, when you go and choose to do something like that, and how horrific it is, you got. I don't understand how a mind can work that way. It's just it's horrifying to me. To think that somebody can walk into an elementary school and do some shit like that, and you know, and then you don't even have the balls or the pussy that where your balls used to be, to you know have your day, and you just take the easy way out and you pop your noodles out.
Well, now they're trans, so they literally don't have the balls to have their day.
Well, that's why I said, you know, you don't have the balls, or where the balls used to be where your pussy is now. But
Kenny Power says, I blame video games. I remember in NHL 98, you could simulate a mass shooting during the game.
I love you, Kenny. I'm going to grab my pipe.
True.
I'll be right back.
Fat Pig's going for a minute, guys. So, no, I remember Bubba has a Tranifesto. That's funny. I know Bubba has said this a few times that he blames video games for like schizool shootings and stuff. I just don't think that that's the best argument. Pig is back. I was saying I've heard Bubba say a few times when different shizootings have happened that he blames video games. I really don't think that's a good argument. He says because it desensitizes people, and that the desensitizing part I think is true, but is it actually like a direct contributing factor? I don't think so.
I don't think it is at all. And I mean, it never did that to me. I played all those fucking, you know, Call of Duty, fucking Grand Theft Auto, all that shit. Never gave me the proclivity to go out and fucking pop people or beat a woman in the street and steal her car. Yeah. But
dude, it's funny when I was not to cut you off, but when you mentioned like, you know, robbing someone because you're playing like GTA or something. What is funny though, I did notice this one day after me and my brother had been playing GTA like a lot, okay, and we went out. I forget. We just went out. So I think we were stopping at a gas station somewhere, and I heard a motorcycle going down the road, and my ears perked up, and I got excited for a second to go jump on it because I had been playing GTA so much. And whenever you could hear a motorcycle and you get excited, like, oh fuck, someone's coming, I can steal their motorcycle, and you just like stop the car. And dude, we were riding and we stopped at a gas station. I remember hearing this motorcycle and going, oh, I can't jump on it. I'm not playing GTA right now. You know, it was like a split second thing where I got excited and I was like, oh yeah, I don't give a fuck about motorcycles in real life. I would never get on one.
No, exactly. Especially crotch rocket. No, but I mean, it's funny the way the mind works with stuff like that, because they say that about video games and everything, but I don't know if this is a good correlation or not. But if you look at it in an opposite perspective, I can watch a movie where they kill 10,000 people. It doesn't bother me. A guy kicks a dog in the video. it's very fucking disturbing to me. So
Yeah.
if you're disturbed by certain things, you're not gonna. I don't know how to explain it. I'm not doing a good job, obviously, but you see what I'm trying to say. It's if you're gonna. I think you should be able to play a video game and not reenact the video game. That's why it's called a video game. But in the same instance, I don't give a fuck. Watching people get wasted in movies. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't make me want to waste people, but I have more empathy for animals, even though it's a fucking TV show or a fucking movie.
Yeah.
It's funny how the mind works.
Yeah, so my thing with the video games, and Bubba has said it desensitizes kids and whatever, and that leads to mass shootings. Now, I will say I agree that the video games probably desensitize people, but this is what I've said for a long time, and I think about Dr. Dan, because Bubba is often the one that I hear this argument from. So I often think about Dr. Dan, and sometimes he's even in studio when Bubba is saying this. And I just think about Dan, and he's a surgeon. You obviously want him to be desensitized, right? You don't want your surgeon to be so sensitive that they're grossed out. There are people that go into, they go to college and with the intent of becoming a doctor. And as soon as they go and see a real procedure, they tap out and they're done because they're not desensitized enough.
Right.
You don't want your surgeon cutting open your chest cavity and then puking into it, right?
No, exactly. I see your point.
Yeah. So, fucking desensitizing is probably good, depending on what line of work or what kind of life you live or whatever. But the thing is, the problem, and someone who was it, Butter Knives, I believe. I blame the parents more than games. This is probably closer to being right, and it's obvious, but it's just to spell it out, it's about values, right? You can
Correct.
be desensitized as you can just be completely numb, but as long as you had the right values, you could still function as not a piece of shit. You wouldn't just like go murder people as long as you value human life and whatever. You can be completely numb as long as you could hold on to that and have learned that.
And see, after you made that comment, it just makes me think that it's almost like you actually can't become desensitized. It's almost like you're born that way or you're not. Like you have that ability to be able to do something like that, or you're capable of something like that. I think that's a learned behavior.
You don't, or you do?
I don't. It now that I think about it, the way that you just spoke about that, like with a surgeon and everything, I know people try to go into it and then they get sick, but the people who don't get sick, it's not like they get sick the first time and they're like, okay, the second procedure, they get a little less sick, then they don't get so woozy, then they get comfortable with it. It's either they bail or they don't. You know what I mean?
So
it's almost like you're born with it. It's like when you see like a mass murder or whatever. They're not freaked out by dead bodies, this, that, and the other, like a coroner. They don't puke the first day of school. They have the ability to do it. It's almost like you're born with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that I mean, there could be. You're probably right to some extent, but I do know. I mean,
I know you can become desensitized to an extent. Like if you go in the U.S. military, like they'll shake that shit out of you. Like they'll make you into a fucking fighting machine.
Yeah. And you can also be resensitized too. This has happened to me, like, dude, if anything, I was going to say, I mean, there's, sometimes, depending on the person, it takes a little more, but for sure, like, pathways in the brain. I mean, I know at least from the little bit I've learned about psychedelics and stuff like that, and Paul Stamets discussing a lot of the studies and shit that they've done with this, that it does appear psychedelics have a profound effect in actually being able to rewire the brain. Specifically, I think one thing that they point to a lot with this is fear pathways and stuff. People can get rid, or sometimes if you have a bad trip, you can, like I said, you can resensitize or sensitize yourself to some concept or something.
Well, that's why I don't do mushrooms anymore. The last time I did it, I fucking freaked out for like 8 hours. Never touch that shit again.
Dude, that happens sometimes. I mean, every time I have done that, rarely, in fact, it's pretty much never that I ever go into it like excited or happy, like, oh, I'm going to get really high. No, it's like I'm going to go into the depths of hell and confront some of my demons, and hopefully come back with something, some new knowledge or something, or learn, or be able to correct something in my life, or sort through something. That's normally what it is for me. It's never, I pretty much never have just a good trip. I don't even understand that concept of I see people that giggle through a whole goddamn trip for 5 hours, and I can't relate.
Well, see, that's how it happened to me to start with. It's when I did mushrooms, and we'd just be partying. I mean, fuck, we'd even be drinking, which you're not supposed to be doing with it. But I'd eat, a bunch of mushrooms, and then basically it wasn't full-blown hallucinations. The lights would be a little different. And then everything was fucking hysterical. It was like the first time you get stoned. Like the very first time you get stoned, and everything's hysterical and you can't stop laughing. Like somebody will use a 2-word sentence and you laugh for a half hour.
Yeah.
Well, then I got a hold of a fucking mushroom chocolate. I ate half of it. I ate the other half. And that was one of the worst nights of my fucking life. I mean, it was horrible. And then my buddy who was trying to take care of me, he's like, "You're good, dude." And in my mind, I'm saying, I'm fucking dying. Take me to the hospital. But I just couldn't stop laughing. And I was terrified in my mind, but my body just made me laugh. And he's like, "Oh, see, you're having a good time. You're having a good time." And it was fucking horrible. Like a bad trip. But I'd never touch that shit again.
They're weird. They're fucking weird. Psychedelics are not, they're not a joke. Bud and I've said in the chat, problem with psychedelics and antidepressants are the recipients grow tired of not feeling normal.
Yeah.
With psychedelic recipients, really? I don't know. I mean, so I could imagine if you're somebody that maybe does it too much. So I was doing acid a lot back when I was getting out of high school, but I was just coming off of antidepressants too.
That's one thing I've never done.
Acid?
Yeah.
Honestly, man, it's pretty wild. And I prefer mushrooms. I've said it a bunch before because it's a little bit more, it's a shorter, compact trip, especially if you fast before. It can be like a short 5 hours and you're pretty much out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Bud and I've said, yeah, my brother has PTSD and is sick of it, and people he was in war with also, they have PTSD from Iraq. Yeah, man, I don't know. Sick of not feeling normal. I'm just trying to apply that to myself to see, I mean, I guess I kind of understand what you're saying, but I think I'm in this point in my life where I understand that the whole thing is like a trip, And if you're someone who's experienced with psychedelics, I feel like psychedelics can often help you come to terms with things. Because I feel like when you're born and just going through life, you sort of there's all of these fucking weird. I don't know. It might be partly a side effect of Western society and just the culture you're in, or something, where there's like I don't know how to explain it. These subtle implicit things that you just go through your daily life, just like sort of as and I don't even mean this to be like I don't know, in a condescending type of thing, but you sort of go through life as like a cog in a system, where you're like, okay, I'm an American baby, a white kid. I'm born in America here. Okay, that means I'm gonna get a couple vaccines, fucking go to preschool. Parents gotta go to work. I'm here with all these other kids, and you're just going through school, and you're just like, we're all just like born here, don't really know why we're here, and you're sort of thrust into this system, and you kind of go along with it because it's like the only way to function. And then and I feel like psychedelics really, they open your mind up in a way to certain concepts that you kind of like probably wouldn't even consider and stuff like that if you just sort of went along through life. And there's part of now I know our so this is like a hard thing to explain. We're way digressing here, but that's fine with me. But I feel like there is this now. I do understand our culture does have this sort of fixation on death, especially here in
Right.
America. It's like it's weirder. People, you will hear more conservatives complain if you see some trans person on a show that's talking to a kid than 100,000 people getting murdered in TV shows. You will hear more complaining about the weird sexual aspect of it. And that says something about our culture, but I don't think people, I think people are our culture is comfortable. It's got people sort of like comfortable with the idea of like other people dying, but our culture does not sort of like get you to terms. You're not walking around thinking, like I'm a being that's here and I don't know why I'm here. I'm basically a monkey and I'm gonna die eventually, and I should really like hold that all in context. The whole culture is doing everything to stop you from thinking that. It's telling you
Yeah.
go to school, put on a fucking suit, go learn to code or fucking do something and pay your goddamn taxes. So, it's like it's weird. I don't know. Psychedelics are so fucking weird. And yeah, so I feel like this is all a response to what Butter Knives was saying about you end up getting sick of feeling like weird or something like that. And it's sort of like,
He said sick of feeling normal.
not
So
normal.
they go to well, I thought he said they don't want to feel normal. So they do the psychedelics and the other shit.
Let me scroll back. Problem.
You might be right.
Yeah, he said tired of feeling not normal. Yeah, so that's what he's saying. If you're on antidepressants, you feel not normal because you're.
I see. I gotcha.
If you're taking psychedelics for your PTSD, you also feel not normal because you're having these fucking crazy, hallucinations.
See, it just made me think about myself because I feel great when I'm normal, but when I was a teenager and I discovered marijuana, I was like, yeah, life's good, everything's great, but when you're fucking stoned, it's way better. Food tastes better, everything's more entertaining, the movies are better, sex is better. It's just I don't know. Been smoking it ever since.
Yeah, dude. And I started with that You know, and people like to say, "Oh, weed is the gateway drug." Bitch, you guys taught me. You guys taught me that because I'm depressed, I should take some substance. You had me on antidepressants. You guys taught me this, and then I dropped the big pharma and went to the street and just started buying weed, and that's a big problem. That's a no-no. Now you're self-medicating. What do you think? You're a doctor? What do you think? You have your best intentions in mind better than a doctor who's going to make money off of prescribing you something? How silly. All right, let's try to get rid of I want to see what the fuck are they saying.
Well, see, I won't lie about it. Like, people say, oh, I use marijuana medicinally, and some people do. And I mean, if I've got an upset stomach, it helps. But the reason I smoke weed, I like to get fucking stoned.
Dude, true. You know, I like that too.
That's why I smoke weed. I like to get stoned. Why do I drink beer? Because I like to get a fucking buzz on.
Well,
I mean, I'll be honest about it, you know.
To an extent, I don't see, you know, it's funny, man. As long as I've been messing around with substances, which has been since I was in middle school, I started smoking cigarettes in middle school. You know, I've sort of come to this understanding, or, you know, I don't know if it's truly understanding. I may have a misunderstanding, but my interpretation of sort of what I see is like, the lines have been very blurred with me for, you know, people have this distinction of recreational versus medicinal. And I think the line is very, it's a lot more I'm sure you understand this to an extent, but it's a lot, the line there is a lot more gray than people sort of consciously acknowledge, you know. And I feel like that's been one of the things with me. Like I haven't been smoking as much, and I don't know this to be exactly the reason. I stopped vaping too. I still use some nicotine, but it's just these little fucking toothpicks. I'm not constantly chiefing on something all day. And, you know, and I think that's partly because I've changed my diet up. You know, I'm part of, you know, and I'm not trying to single you out or anyone, you know, like, or talk down or whatever, but I think this is part of people wanting to like get a little. Now, I don't think it's completely unhealthy to want to like experiment with, you know, getting a little fucked up and seeing where your mind goes with that. I think that should be the right for every adult to do that. But I think when some people get into a bad addiction like that, and they're like, I just want to get high a lot and whatever. And you know, a lot of people say they're trying to escape reality and whatever. And they're kind of right. But the reality I think they're escaping is the fact that they kind of at baseline feel like shit. And it's partly because of like, you know, how we're living our lives right now.
Oh, yeah. No, so it's somewhat true. You know, stresses of the day. A lot of people do that, you know. See, and I try to say that mine's medicinal or trying to do something. I mean, I do get fucking, you know, my knees are fucked up and I do have back pain, but I'm not going to say, oh, I smoke weed because I've got back pain. I mean, it may alleviate it. I don't fucking know, but I smoke weed to get fucking stoned.
Dude, I've noticed this.
It's not, I'm not going to try to say it's.
I've noticed this a lot more with
medicinal or anything like that, but I do see your point.
Yeah, like fucking dude, that is one thing I've noticed a lot more, which I never even was like consciously paying attention to before, is that I smoke a lot more when my fucking back is killing me, dude. And that's just you know, and I don't give a fuck. I mean, it's better to me. That is better than I've been through the struggle of trying to get off of taking painkillers and stuff. I've been through this. I already know my decision to take 1 or 2 puffs every once in a while through the day is way better than me getting hooked back on some fucking pharma concoction.
Oh yeah.
I know this. I've been through this whole fucking game already.
Well, and especially like if you have some sort of nausea, you know, like you got the flu or like a stomach bug or something, you're like puking and shit. Man, I'm telling you, that shit is a fucking miracle.
It is crazy, yeah.
Get a couple of hits in, Next thing you know, 20 minutes later, you're like, wow, now I want some fucking fried chicken after you puked your fucking brains out because you're sick as a dog.
It's crazy. Yes, a fat pig. It's like, I feel like that is undersold too, of how good of an anti-nausea treatment that cannabis is. I know people talk about it all the time, but I still feel like it's undersold, dude. You are so right. And there's so many times that when I've been really fucking sick and nauseous and stuff, and I'm so sick that I don't want to smoke. And I just go, I go, man, I don't even want to take a harsh hit off my fucking body.
Oh, exactly. Yeah.
But then you do it and you feel good. Like 30 minutes later, you're like, dude, I could eat
and the hit may make you puke again when you cough. But I mean, then once, it's in your system. But no, I learned that because shit, I was probably only 14 years old, but I was home with like the flu real bad. And I had my little Altoid tin with my weed and my fucking pipe in it. And I was fucking just power puking constantly. I was ghost white, fucking felt horrible, hadn't eaten in like 2 days. And then it just clicked in my head. I was like, oh yeah, weed's supposed to be good for nausea. And so I snuck off and I smoked a fucking bowl.
Hell yeah.
And like instantly, next time my mother came in, she's like, do you need anything? I was like, yeah, I'll take some soup and another Gatorade. And she's like, wow, your color's really better. And I was like, yeah, I hadn't been sick in a while. I was like, is there any that leftover fried chicken in the fridge that grandma brought over yesterday? And she goes, I don't know, I'll check, but I don't think you should put that on your stomach. That might be a little heavy. I was like, well, just go check and see for me. Heat the soup up. She
said, okay, you little fart N-word. Want some fried chicken, you little fart N-word? No, I had to highlight two things in chat. Hold on. Number one, we got Johnny Z said the fat pig started smoking in daycare. I think that was worth highlighting. And then
that's true.
Painkillers are the devil. Funny face. Oh, they blew my shins off in Nam.
Yeah.
Cotton Hill.
That's right.
King of the Hill is also, I feel like, as weird as this is, dude, and how it doesn't, this kind of doesn't make sense. This is like a dumb thing to say. And it doesn't seem right, but I will say this. I thought King of the Hill was the worst show ever.
How dare you?
Until I started taking acid.
Oh, you're fucking whack job.
Then I understood, bro. I'm telling you, it was the weirdest shit. The jokes on King of the Hill are just so subtle, dude. It's just so subtle. There's so much. King of the Hill is done so well. And it's just like you have to be like, you can't be an ignorant little fucking kid. That's the thing.
Did you watch the reboot they put on Hulu where they're older?
No, I haven't yet.
Yeah.
Damn it. That's right. They did do that, didn't they?
It's a little depressing. I watched it with her and she was like, I remember the old one. And it's just, she just told me, I was like, why do you find it depressing? She goes, well, they're all fucking old and retired and like end of life. And I was like, okay, well, I was just watching King of the Hill. I thought it was interesting, but she's like, it's kind of fucking depressing. I was like, okay, well, I'll fucking watch it by myself. Jesus.
I gotta check that out. I really do. Here, let's play some more of this.
Yeah, go for it.
But the first few minutes are really crucial. What those officers do when they first get there can make the difference between life and death.
And can we talk about how important it was? You have that employee in that nearby Walgreens, because there are a few things here around this arena. I'm looking at a map, but the importance of the employee calling 911, every minute counts, especially in a situation like this. But the response of the employee at that nearby Walgreens was so important in terms of police being able to get out there as soon as possible and secure the area and kind of assess what's going on.
Right. It is crucial that anyone, no matter how close they are to the incident, if they get word of something like this happening, to notify the police immediately. But I think it's also notable that the store
no shit
had procedures in place to lock down and to provide assistance to the witnesses and potential victims who came into the store. So chances are that's a result of a solid security policy that gets people to practice these type.
Now, we did lose Ed Davis here for a second. We will return to him. There he is. We did return to him right now. We had a little technical difficulty there. I'm sorry, Ed. Can you?
Oh, it's okay. He wasn't saying anything important anyway. What do we got? 27 minutes of bullshit here. Okay, so no thanks. I'm gonna pull up an article. I did want to show you guys. I gotta see if I can find it. So this channel, remember you guys, this channel I mentioned. This is Active Self-Protection, and they review different shootings and stuff like that have happened, badge cam, security footage, all that shit. And he did break down the Renee Good shooting and the Alex Preddy deal too. And he was kind of more on my side with the Preddy case and kind of like split, leaning a little bit towards supporting ICE on the Renee Good case. So, but he is like a very knowledgeable guy, and he covered this other shooting. And I was thinking of like we could play it tonight. I don't know, Fat Pig, if you got to run or anything.
No, I'm good.
So I'll see if I can find this in a second. But let me go. Actually, this is what we'll do. We'll go back. Yeah, here we go. Police.
I mean, I can go at least till 10:30.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good. This other guy's video isn't that long.
I mean, at least, I don't know.
What is this?
Oh, Tony Hawk.
What is he
selling? The supplements.
Oh, I thought it was a box of Magnums. Unal. If you're doing anal, wear an Unal.
Several schools who were playing there this afternoon. WBZ's Paul Burton continues our live team coverage in Pawtucket. And Paul, so many students, so many families. I know you talked with a player who was actually on the ice when the gunfire started.
Yeah, Owen Lawrence is the goal.
She doesn't know.
He was actually on the ice when he heard that gunfire. He said, "I thought it was just balloons going off." But shortly after that, he realized this was the real thing. I'm here on Broad Street in Pawtucket, and behind me is where some of the players came out of and then huddled near a mini mart that was right by here. We saw some just overwhelming video of players running into this mini mart right here on Broad Street, reuniting with their families. Just an overwhelming sense, hugging each other. Could not believe that this was actually happening. Owen Lawrence is a 16-year-old hockey player, has been playing hockey all his life. He was on the ice when this happened. He said he heard the gunshots, he fell to the ground, and then all of a sudden, all the players quickly ran away into the locker room. Let's hear what he had to say just a moment ago.
Ran away, they skated away.
They weren't running.
We pressed against the door and just tried to stay safe down in there.
Oh, he did.
But no, it was very scary. We were very nervous. So, yeah, it was very scary.
Where did the shots come from? Do you know?
Yeah, it was the far side. So I was on the where the Zamboni is. It was the far side of the building, on the opposing side's bench. Yeah, it was scary. It was a lot of shots.
Yeah, so I think I was right.
Why is it the kids seem fucking retarded now? I don't mean to be rude and cut you off, but with the this happened, and then they just repeat themselves.
I don't know.
Is it what's in the water or the food, or are people just fucking retarded now?
They're retarded, I guess. We're lucky if they're
Well,
not.
I mean, look at his fucking eyes and everything, and then the way he says, Well, most people aren't used to having a bunch of fucking microphones shoved in their face when they're working. Yeah, but they sound like that in general anyway.
We're just lucky he's not trans, okay?
Yeah, well, he needs to trans his haircut a little more.
We're lucky he was playing hockey and not women's tennis.
No, he's running the fucking concession stand, it looks like.
I don't know, man.
Because he said he ran. They would have said he skated away.
There is no way they're working.
Why would they choose to interview him in the concession stand if he's... Oh, it's in the convenience store. Okay, my bad. I retire.
You're retarded.
I heard 14.
Did you see where the people who shot
I
were?
did not see. I was so nervous. I went down and then I ran.
So you don't know if it was any players or if it was people in the stands?
I think it was someone in the stands, but I don't know. I I don't know.
Were you guys on the ice again?
I was on.
Huh? Were you saying something?
Me? I didn't say nothing.
Oh, it must be
I
something.
was muted.
Hearing in this audio.
On the ice, yes.
The game was underway.
Oh yeah, someone talking behind the camera or something.
Yes, it was on. Yeah.
And then just tell me again where you guys went after. What did you?
I went to the locker room. I was scared. I went right to the locker room and hid and bunkered down.
What did you hear?
I mean I heard gunshots and I was just trying to hunker down. When I went in the locker room, I heard no gunshots, but I was just after I was in the locker room, I didn't hear anything.
How many gunshots did you hear?
I don't know exactly. I heard about it was a lot. I really didn't know. About 13-ish. I don't know.
No, it was like 8, I think. I think I counted it. It was like 8.
Showing amazing composure there, Owen Lawrence, only 16 years old and playing hockey for so many years. You're watching video now of him, of Olin and his teammates going into this mini mart, hugging one another, embracing one another, and then trying to reunite with their families. Again, this is all a complete and utter shock to all of these players. It's amazing how well Olin composed himself in that interview. He was just, this just happened, and he's trying to wrap his head around this. He was here for a hockey game, a sport that he loves to play his entire life, and then now this. Everything has changed. He goes,
Wait, the kid's name is Olin? Dude, was
it?
that not the name of the product that Tony Hawk was promoting when we skipped that commercial? Dude, that was the name of the product.
I don't know. I don't think it was. I think it's pronounced different. You might be right.
What? Hold on a second. I'm checking the stream on my phone. Hold on. Oh, it was Unal.
Oh, okay.
Not Olin.
Oh, I think it's pronounced you and all.
Yeah, I don't care.
He's seen these things
I don't care anymore.
on the news happen, but
Huh?
I think because I've seen the commercial, I think they call it Humanol CoQ10. Continue.
now he's saying,
You're right. It's I'm looking at it. That's what it is.
I'm living this, and it's overwhelming. He says tonight he's going to go home. He's going to reunite with the rest of his family and his girlfriend. He's thankful that none of his teammates.
I just wanted to pause this real quick to say this has been a terrible stream tonight. Y'all better not hit the like button. You better not.
Yeah.
There better not be no one that hits that like button, and there better not be no new people that have subscribed to this channel tonight. You
Yeah.
better not sub. You better not hit the like. You better not even get in this chat.
That's the only reason I come, darling, is to crash the stream. Drive the numbers down.
And everybody in the chat's banned if you've chatted tonight. Terrible, terrible stream. Okay, let's go.
Were injured in this incident, but he knows
It's not because of you. It's my fault. Don't try to take credit for that.
there's going to be a lot of healing that needs to take place and a lot of counseling, because this is just overwhelming. These people came to play a hockey game, and then gunfire erupts and just terror everywhere. And these players did their best they can to run for help, run for cover, and stay safe. Live in Pawtucket, I'm Paul Burton, WBC News.
Speaking of, the kid said Iran. Speaking of Iran, looks like World War III might be happening, boys.
You think so?
Here, no, seriously, I have no idea what's happening with Iran. I've been too busy to keep up with that.
I mean, we may bomb the fuck out of them with some Tomahawk missiles, but other than that, I mean, it's not like they can actually start a war. And Israel might attack at the same time, so we might just deplete the entirety of their military structure. But I don't know. Nor do I really care. I don't think it'll start a world war. I don't think any other country is going to be like, "Oh, you bombed Iran. We've already done that." Be like, "Oh, now we're going to start a war." Nah, don't see it.
There was a video I was watching. This is supposed. Okay, hold on a second. Let me get. Yeah, we're on a different tab here.
So when did that shooting happen today?
This morning, I guess.
Oh man. I didn't see it. They're just showing all that Savannah Guthrie shit constantly.
Oh yeah. That bitch is dead.
Yeah, probably so.
U.S. military storms secret Iran ship. Insane footage. Storming and seizing Veronica 3 tanker. It's a secret oil tanker tied to Iran's shadow fleet. The move comes as the United States and Iran are on the brink of war.
D Hookstead, that's where you can find me on social media. My DMs are wide open. Please reach out with any information you have. Now, let's get into it. So I'm going to throw this up on the screen for you. As we know, the United States has made it a key priority to seize the Shadow Fleet tankers. What are the Shadow Fleet tankers? The Shadow Fleet tankers are oil tankers run by Russia, Iran, and previously Venezuela before we swooped.
Butter Knife said, I can't click the dislike more than once. I appreciate you trying, though. Thank you. Fart reporter. Fart reporter with a hard R.
in and kicked Nicolas Maduro out and captured him in an all-time great raid led by Delta Force and the 160th Source. So they have these shadow ships, these shadow tankers that they use to sell oil and get around international sanctions. Russia and Iran being two key criminals in this sanction evading effort. The United States has made it clear, we're not going to let you do that. If you try to do it, we're just going to take your ships from you. We're going to send in the Navy SEALs, the Coast Guard, whatever it might be, and we're just going to take it, and there's nothing you can do to stop us. Well, what you see here on the screen is exactly what happened over the weekend on Sunday, on February 15th. It says, we defend the homeland forward. Distance does not protect you. Overnight, U.S. forces conducted a right-of-visit maritime interdiction and boarding of the Veronica 3 without incident in Indo-PACOM area of responsibility. So that's the Indian Ocean, the Asia, parts of those regions of the world. The vessel tried to defy President Trump's quarantine, hoping to slip away. We tracked it from the Caribbean to the Indian Ocean, closed the distance, and shut it down. No other nation has the reach, endurance, or will to do this. International waters are not a sanctuary by land, air, or sea. We will find you and deliver justice. The Department of War will deny illicit actors and their proxies freedom of movement from maritime domain. Now, they didn't say whether or not this is Coast Guard or whether or not this is Navy SEALs.
Who the hell is this?
Team 6, a Whiteside SEAL team.
It ain't fucking Coast Guard if it's off the coast of fucking Iran.
Yeah, I guess.
The Coast Guard.
Jeez.
I don't know if it's the Coast Guard or not, but the fact they didn't say it makes me believe that maybe this was SEAL Team 6. But let's go ahead and watch the footage.
That's not the Coast Guard.
Helicopter taking off.
Yeah, that's
loaded up with American.
That's Marines or Navy SEALs.
True.
Commandos. There's the sanction, the Veronica 3 secret Iranian oil tanker. And here come the boys. 2 helicopters. Guys are off. They're working their way up through the stairs, clearing the area. And then they are gone. Let's look at it again from the helicopter insertion. You see the door gunner here. The door gunner is locked, cocked, and ready to rock right there. He's got his gun up, ready to roll. Helicopter's hovering, letting the guys off. Looks like they maybe have 20 or so commandos on the ship.
Why aren't they wearing underwear?
And the one smart thing the people on the ship did was they did not try to fight back, because if they had,
it makes them more agile.
It would have been real bad for them. So right here we have some photos. These are the helicopters coming in. Right here is a look at the commandos as they make their way up the stairs. You can see them right there. And this is a look at the Navy ship. And again, you can see the door gunner ready to go if necessary. Fortunately, he did not have to shoot anybody. And then right here
Too bad.
is a real good look, again, of the guys working their way up the stairs, working the problem, figuring out a way to breach and get in. Now, some details about this. This is the Veronica 3. This comes from the sanctions page. It says the tanker is engaged in illegal transportation of hundreds of thousands of metric tons of sanctioned Iranian oil on behalf of the sanctioned National Iranian Oil Company, which is one of the largest oil and gas companies in the world and is controlled by the Iranian Ministry of Oil, and the sanctioned China Concord Petroleum Company, which is sanctioned by the USA in late 2019 for violating restrictions on the handling of transactions of Iranian oil. So this is an Iranian oil tanker that we now have in our control. We took it, we stormed it, we seized it. We are sending the message. You are not going to be allowed to evade sanctions. You're not going to be allowed to sell your oil and build up your military forces. You're certainly not going to be allowed to do that, as we are on the brink of war.
Okay, let me go, just because it's already past 10. Just past 10. So this is the video. This right here, it's interesting to me how open and shut this guy thinks this is. And again, I'm sort of showing how I think here. I don't know that I'm 100% right when it comes to, how the cases would be ruled in terms of regarding Renee Good and the Alex Pretty case. There may be some details or other cases or stuff that I'm just not familiar with, or just minor details about the law that I don't really understand maybe as much as I think I do. That's possible, but I just feel like this is an interesting case to look at here, and we can draw some comparisons between this and the ICE situations.
I will say, before you play the video, the main thing that I took from the last one was when they showed the chopper shot of the body cam. Those fucking gas-powered machine guns are cool as fuck. I think they call it a Stampini gun or something. It's the one that swirls around. I think it fires 300 rounds a second.
Oh, is that what that one was?
Yeah. It wasn't a 50 cal. It was like one of those gas-powered machine guns. I believe they're 300 rounds a minute, and every second, well, I think it's every third to fifth round is a tracer round, so they can see where they're firing.
Oh.
It's pretty fucking cool, but I saw the hose hooked to it.
Oh, that's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, this is well, he's going to explain it, but this is a shoplifter that he's obviously stealing something, and when he's leaving, I think this is a Walmart.
Yeah.
He gets stopped by police. It's security, but it's a police officer, and they get into a struggle, and I think so the footage isn't the best, but from what you can see, somehow a gun comes into play.
Okay.
And
I'm going to run piss, but I'm going to watch on the phone, so I'll be up to date when I get back.
Well, go ahead. Yeah, because he's going to explain. Go ahead. Yeah, he's going to do some explaining, and then he'll play the full thing. But anybody, for anyone else still with us, yeah, so this case, I feel like is... I don't like this one. And, and this guy is an expert on some of this, on self-defense stuff. And again, I wouldn't be going to appeal to authority here, because we all know that's a logical fallacy. But, I don't like how open and shut he thinks this is. So what you'll see in this situation, like I said, guys, a gun comes into play somehow. Unfortunately, the footage is not the best. Whoever's working the fucking camera is an actual fucking crackhead. So we don't get the best angles of this. But basically what it shows is this guy is armed with a firearm, and it ends up in his hand somehow. Now, we don't have all the data to be able to really make a judgment here. But yeah, man, I really don't like the way that this looks, because technically this guy never points the gun at the cop. And I don't know if there's actual justification for him shooting this guy. There probably is. And I think the fact that they get into such a struggle, and, I just wish we could see the whole struggle. That's the thing. If this guy was actually in any way, like hitting the cop, doing anything besides trying to just like get away from him, then I can't defend the suspect here at all. But Pig's back. All right, let's press play.
The guy turned what amounts to a petty misdemeanor into multiple felonies that he'll never have to worry about.
This channel's badass, guys. I'm telling you, you should be following this channel. You guys, you never know when shit's gonna pop off, and I'm telling you, if you should binge watch this channel. This channel's been up for over 10 years. I've been following this fucking channel, so you can literally just binge watch 100 fucking videos in like an hour. You can skip through some of it once you start to learn, once you start to understand some of the lessons and some of the concepts that come into, really digesting what's happening when you're looking at a self-defense situation. Once you kind of learn all the things, you can kind of like get through a lot of them and you don't have to sit through the whole video. So, but yeah, I highly recommend you follow, subscribe, hit the smash the like for this fucking channel right here, because this is an OG and you will learn a lot.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to today's research-informed badge cam lesson here at Active Self-Protection. I'm your host, John Correa.
I'm your co-host, Mike Williver. Today's video comes to us from Miami-Dade County, Florida.
Whether you choose the new home defense model with an impressive 20-foot range, or the standard smaller discreet model, or the mid-size Mark III, Pond Pepper Spray is who I trust to give me something between a harsh word and a...
I might check out that mid-size one. I have a can of bear spray that we bought when we were in Wyoming, when we went to the Tetons. Because there was fucking bears out there. That shit scares me. But the mid-size one, I might check that out. I got the little one.
Yeah, they make some pretty high tech ones now, like how that one sprays, the way it shoots. Fucking hell,
dude! The one I have, I did a test spray on my fence in the backyard, and like it's not like a fire hose, but the shit gets distance. If someone's up close enough that they're fucking with me, I can definitely blast them with that shit.
To bless someone with the hot sauce and break contact is an important tool in every self-defender's toolbox. So go hit the link in the description and pick some up. Thank them for sponsoring today's video. This guy, the loss prevention has identified as a shoplifter. They have a deputy on site with them. He was going to go try to apprehend him. Let's listen in.
Fucking resist. Don't fucking resist.
See the note at the top here.
Yeah.
I'll see here. Okay. A note at the top says Deputy number 1 gave Graham repeated commands to stop resisting, but he did not comply. Deputy called for backup as he attempted to detain Graham.
What do you want to do? One more. Talk it out. In fight. Stop resisting. Stop fucking resisting.
Okay, so the second note that came up here says before he could be placed in handcuffs, Graham wrestled free of the deputy, produced a firearm, and ran. The deputy discharged his service weapon, striking Graham. Spoiler alert. Okay, so we're going to get better footage here. In fact, let's skip ahead. So this is a security footage. You don't see nothing.
Okay, yeah, because this is just the body cam that fell.
We have surveillance video.
Yeah, that was basically useless. I don't even know why they included that after the cam fell. It's stupid.
As well, you see the officer, the deputy, kind of wrestling with him here. So they're going to have a bit of a yard sale, and whoever is like manning this security camera and panning it about, I think has been day drinking a little bit, because they're not going to do a very good job of keeping the deputy and the suspect on screen. But you can see here that they're wrestling.
Bro, look at this. There's just two schmucks standing here watching this go. A man's about to die because this cop is having to deal with this on his own. And there's just two guys standing here like, you know what? We're just going to watch this.
Deputy's doing a pretty decent job there from bottom position, and he's going to reverse that. Now, what you're going to watch here is as they're wrestling with the deputy kind of on top here, but not on the ground. So they're standing grappling. What you're going to see after it's a good bit of wrestling that they do is that I think a gun either fell out of the guy's waistband or pocket, or he is going to reach for it and it is then going to drop. I can't tell you what happened because, again, it's not caught on camera, but they do wrestle around pretty good for a minute. And then you're going to see right there that his gun drops. This is the perp's gun, and he picks it up in his left hand.
So yeah, man, that sucks. So if this guy pulled the gun, this is a clean shoot all day.
Oh yeah, I mean the way he's got his hand on it, trying to pick it up. I mean, and he's got his face right there, so he sees the gun in the motherfucker's hand. Yeah, I mean that's a pretty clean shoot if you ask me.
Yeah, but the way, so he could have tried to pull it and then dropped it. Or he pulled it and he just had it in his hand. He's not actually picking it up here. We can't really tell if he's picking it up or if he had it in his hand when he put his hand to the ground. Actually, let me back up.
Well, I mean, it looks like he's picking it up, like he dropped it and he's trying to grab it.
It does look like that. I can't tell if let me hold on. Oh. Let's do that.
And then
man, so the gun is completely hidden by it looks like it just comes out of nowhere. Look at this.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Camera, but they do wrestle around pretty good for a minute. And then
it's like it never left his hand. It's like he pulled it and he's got him pinned down with it held in his hand.
Yeah, it's like hidden. Look at how it just like pops in one frame. It's not there, and then the next, it's like completely visible in his hand.
Around pretty good for a minute.
I think he might have it in his other hand and he switches hands. This is a clean shoot. Now that I see that. Dude, I think he had it in his other hand. Can I see it down more? Hold on a second. Look. 2.5 or 0.25. 314.
Around pretty good for a minute.
I kind of think it's in his other hand.
And then
or his other was on top of it, and he like
I think he switched hands because he grabbed his arm.
Yeah, I think this
either that or that's where it fell out of his waistband and then he went to reach for it. But it happens so fast, it's hard to say.
Oh, Icy's in here and Nick the Gun Guy. What's up? Nick, we're looking at this is like I was gonna say recent, but I don't know how recent this is. But this has been recently released. It's badge and security footage from a shooting that happened here in Florida. And it's a shoplifter that's trying to run out. A cop chases after him and grabs him, and they start wrestling. And the shoplifter had a gun on him, apparently. And either he pulls it and then runs away, but never points it at the cop, or it falls out of his waistband or wherever he's concealing it. And then he picks it up off the ground and tries to run away, and the cop shoots him, but he never points it at the cop. So I just, we've been arguing a lot about the ICE shootings and stuff and where it becomes, justified use of force and what a jury would think about how reasonable it is and stuff. I just thought this was another interesting case where the lines are kind of, a little bit blurry. I'm just so weird right now. We're just trying to slow it down to see how the gun comes into play, because at this point we don't have clear evidence of how it comes into play. If this guy actually pulls it, like maybe he was thinking about trying to shoot the cop, or if it fell out. But it looks like he pulled it with his right hand and then for some reason switched to his left. Maybe it got loose from his hand, or because the thing is, you don't see it on the ground, and then
it might have like flown out of his waistband, or he might have had it in the other hand and he made him drop it, and then he goes to pick it up with the other hand. Could be a multitude of situations.
But from what we're seeing here, hold on, I'm going to go back to 314, because it really looks like if he dropped it, you would have seen the gun loose on the floor and then see his hand go on top of it. But it looks like it's in his right hand, and you can't see it because he goes falling forward and puts both his hands forward to catch him, and then switches it over to his left, or it gets loose and he grabs it with his left.
And then
right, because so right now he's on top of it, but you never see the gun fall, and then he goes for it. I think he pulled it.
And
that's not good.
And
that's what he did. He fell on top of it. He pulled it. He threw him to the ground, belly down. He was covering it, and then he went to push back up, and he had the gun in his hand. That's why he was trying to get him on the pavement. That's what happened, in my opinion.
So this isn't even that. This is where let's get to where the cop actually.
See right there that his gun drops. This is the perp's gun, and he picks it up in his left hand. He is going to transfer it in just a second to his right hand. As he's trying to get away, the deputy then draws his gun as the guy has the gun in hand.
Yeah, so you're not. It's upside down. He's not even gonna. Obviously, he's not right there. Not planning on trying to shoot him. But the cop maybe can't tell.
You're going to see the deputy then put shots his way really, really quickly. There's the first one. There's the second one. See, there were several bystanders around as well. If you go read the news stories that I've linked in the description, you're going to watch this guy run off a good little ways, but he did not make it. He ended up not surviving his injuries from being shot by the deputy. You can see this is the firearm that they recovered from the perp at the scene of his death. I mean, Mike, at what point do we say that Walmart is just a place not to shop because it is an especially transitional space?
The entire all of Walmart is a transitional space, and the blocks around the.
Yeah, so this is one thing I've never heard of this concept outside of this channel. This guy talks about this all the time, is the concept of a transitional space.
What the fuck does that mean?
That means you're trans. No, so that means that's like when you are an innocent person that's just going about your life, and there is somebody that wants to try to rob you or kill you, take advantage, whatever. They will often utilize what is like transitional spaces. So
like any public place? Like a grocery store or a gas station or.
Yeah, but sort of like how do I explain this? It's like a transitional space, I don't even like the term really, but it's sort of like it basically means like a funny situation where you're kind of like stuck and you can't like, you can't really run and that type of thing. When you're like in a fucking gas station, you just walk in and someone fucking comes in with a gun behind you. It's like you can run to the other side of the store. It's like whatever, and you're stuck in a transitional space. But if you're like extra aware, this is the thing, is like if you aren't on your phone, this is part of the thing where this guy shows a lot, is there's often so often these type of shootings and robberies that happen, and people could have seen it coming if they weren't on their phone. And
Oh yeah.
He always says, what does he say? Distance buys you time, times buys you options. So if you see someone walking your way that has a fucking weapon in their hand, or it's like you're outside of a store, standing at the front of a store, that's like a transitional space. You can't get away like super easy. Someone can just fucking walk up and fucking shoot you. If you're standing outside of a store that's like closed, or you're waiting for a fucking Uber to pick you up, and someone starts walking up to you and they have their fucking hand in their hoodie and stuff, it's like, you might want to, so what? You look like a pussy. You might want to like cross the street. And if they
no, if I'm in a position like that, I keep my back against the fucking wall. I don't give vantage points. And if somebody, like if I walked into a gas station, I'm going to notice the guy behind me, number one. But if he fucking whips a gun out, I'm going to drop to the gun as I draw my piece. And as I'm on the ground at the vantage point, I'm going to pop his fucking noodles out.
Well, if you wait for opportunity and take it, that's.
Well, I wouldn't wait for an opportunity. I would act like I was collapsing, like a heart attack on the ground, as I pulled the piece out and pop him. Because then I'm not level with him. I've got a fucking vantage point to hit him.
Have you seen that? I think it's I forget if it's an old lady or old man, but this fucking guy comes up. I think he has a knife. I can't remember, but a guy comes up with a knife to like rob an old person, and the old person fucking grabs their heart like this, and they go, call an ambulance. For you, motherfucker, and shoots him. Like,
oh wow.
All right,
that's great.
Let's see how they what they say about this. Hold on a second.
Walmart. Maybe the whole county the Walmart is in should be considered a transitional space, because I mean, this stuff, it's Walmart's got it going on.
So I always ask the question, what would make a guy take what is a misdemeanor, petty larceny here, shoplifting, and turn it into multiple felonies like resisting law enforcement, assault on a police officer? And okay, so you see a deputy in full uniform, everybody knows who that is, and he just decides, I'm going to run and then I'm going to fight. And I don't know, Mike, this could be something like, he knows it's a stolen gun, or maybe he's a felon in possession, or maybe he's just stupid and doesn't know any better. But these are the kind of things that don't get released all the time, and why you would make this decision is beyond me.
Yeah, my buddy Mike used to tell me, don't try to figure these folks out. We don't catch the smart ones. And the ones that we do catch make really irrational decisions sometimes. And running like this, almost certainly, John, we can speculate, almost certainly it was, I'm a prohibited possessor and I got a gun on me, and this is why I'm running. Now, fine. If you want to do that, fine. Picking it up is a bad idea. Fighting with the police is a bad idea. I want to add one.
You know what? I just had a revelation here.
What's that?
I still don't know how I feel about this shooting, but so I was thinking, and we were both talking about, because this is like what we're both used to, talking about pulling a gun from a waistband, as we both know as, lawful concealed carriers, that you buy a fucking holster like a real, person. But this guy this is a gun bag. For sure, he's got the gun in this bag. This is what, not to generalize with people, but This is more prevalent in the black community where people have a like like a gun bag across their chest like this. Dude,
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of man, I kind of think he pulled it. I don't know how you have a gun bag. Now, maybe it's open. I don't know, but I just like
Well, no, that's fucking stupid. You need a fucking quick release holster, and I mean, to where when you unleash the holster, it releases the safety at the same time. You have a motion, and so when you pull it out, it's hot. It's obviously cocked, so you can just pull it out, and then you can just start popping, not reach into a fucking bag. I mean, it's secure, it's safe, but if you need it in 0.25 seconds, you can pull it.
Yeah. Dude, I think he had it in this bag, and for some reason, probably not a good reason, I think he pulled it out. I don't know how. Oh, man.
Well, that's the other thing.
Huh?
Why'd you bring it there? Why'd you have it on there if you're robbing the place? What were you gonna do with it?
Yeah, it's just shoplifting, but I don't know.
Well, yeah, but I mean, why you gotta bring a pistol to shoplifting?
Well, it would, if we're being super charitable, you could say, okay, well, maybe who knows if he's a prohibited possessor or maybe it's not. Well, he's in Florida, so if he doesn't have a felony, this is back. Yeah, this is 2025, 11/6. So yeah, it would have been legal for him to conceal carry this, as long as he's not a felon. So I mean, if we're being super charitable, then
He should have just stopped at Subway and got him a meatball sub and been done with the day.
that'd have been a lot.
I mean, that would have been the perfect ending. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But anyhow, well, I probably got to run. Thank you for having me.
We pretty much went through this. I'm gonna hop off here.
Yeah.
I gotta get sleep.
If I may plug myself and one other.
Plug away, baby. Plug it.
Thank
in.
you, sweetheart.
Plug it in.
You can follow me at _fat_pig on YouTube. Also follow Nick TV Live, Rumble, YouTube, and that's NIC TV Live. I'll actually be over there in a little bit on Rumble, so jump over.
On Rumble, does he do simultaneous on like a YouTube and?
Tonight's show will be on Rumble and Twitch, and then sometimes he does YouTube. It just varies, but it's Nick TV Live on all the platforms. But it's NIC TV Live.
Like nicotine, Nick.
Yeah,
I like it.
Well, he smokes more than I do. Love you, Bobby.
That's fitting. All right.
Well, thank you for having me, Steven.
Yeah, you might see me up in the chat over there. What time are y'all going on?
Right now, I'm getting bitched at for being late.
Okay. All right, I'll let you go. I'll probably.
All right, thanks for having me, lover. I certainly do appreciate it. Thanks for letting me do my plugs.
All right,
love
lover.
to the
I'll catch
chat.
you later. Mwah. Bye, Piggy. All right, lovers. That was the fat pig. He's heading over to Nick TV. Why don't we check that out? Is he live right now? Hold on a second. Nick TV Live. So Rumble and Twitch. I'm not going to Twitch. Let's see. Oh, upcoming. So yeah, he's not live yet. Late Night with Bobby Nick. So that's the name of the show. Hold on. I'll show you guys. So I guess this is the show he's going on. Yeah, the fat pig. Here he is. Here, I'll sub to this channel or follow. Smash the like. All right, well, we'll see when that comes on. I'll be off of here by the time they go live, probably. But All right, lovers. Thanks, guys, for checking out the stream. Oh my God. I'm still not like rested up yet. I'm still fucking exhausted from work. But it looks like I might have the day off tomorrow, actually. So yeah, I'm gonna fucking get a few things done at home, rest up a little bit, do some stream prep tomorrow. We'll see. Tomorrow, I'm hoping everything's cool with Scott Starbird, and maybe he can go live tomorrow or whatever. We'll see. No pressure on him, but yeah, and yeah, they're not on yet. But yeah, tomorrow there's a few different things I've been wanting to touch on.
Having him. Forget it. Late night with Bobby Lee.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Bear Code Bobby.
And we are live.
I knew he was singing live over that.
We're doing it. We're having it. Late night with Bobby Nick. That's right. That's right.
Oh my God, there's 10 people here.
Hey, pig. I got Wendy back here. She's going to try and hang on with her internet connection. I got Hoko Supreme. Juggle it, Jen. And we got, below me. And yes, I said below me. It's Kyoto Whiskers. That's right. Good to see you, sir. Yep. We got 41 South joining us as well.
Oh, yeah.
Hello. And the Fat Pig.
Woo!
Yes,
Good
indeed.
evening.
Good evening. Ooh, you're hot. You're coming in hot. Holy shit.
Wow, Bobby. I didn't know you thought Pig was hot.
No, his mic. His mic. Yes, Jim. Yes, Jim.
So this 41 person is just a boat?
Yeah. Yeah. So far, we got the Fat Pig in the chat. Says good evening. Good evenings. And Dark Match Steve says hello, sweet cheeks.
Yeah. Good evening.
Ooh, succulent cheek meat. You slapping.
I know that name, Dark Match Steve.
I do not
Who
know
is
that name.
I don't know.
Yeah, he's. I was on his show plugging this show. That's what.
Was that
Oh, okay. Well, hello, Dark Match Steve.
Nice to meet
you. Is the mic okay now, Bobby?
I think you're better, yeah. The Rumblebot just busted Dark Match Steve following the channel. Thank you very much for the follow, sir. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. Yes. The pig is prominently featured on many of my shows. So, yes. Yeah. What up, bro? What up, man? Good to see you. The Dark Match Steve. That's the one you've gone back and forth with and then made friends with again and all that shit. Yeah.
Yeah, we met our fitness.
Well,
Fat Pig's been over here talking shit about me.
that's good to hear. Yeah.
Hey, Piggy.
41. How are you, mate?
Fuck, you might be too low now, Fig.
You are too low, Pig.
All right, I'll fucking turn it up, Jesus.
Cocksucking motherfucker, cocksucking.
Sometimes he's
like
that.
The only time I just now turn my computer on and start using it, so I don't want to hear anybody start complaining about, my stuff.
Wendy, we can't hear you.
What? No, you're good, Wendy. You're good.
Okay. Because the only thing I can use is my PC right now with everything on.
I wonder what they get into over here. This is my first time seeing this, guys. I just found this, or I've never checked it out before.
I'm just a little upset right now because I can't even afford a pair of new headphones.
Yeah. Well,
Wendy, what is up with you?
Wendy, I don't know.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Sometimes it bees like that.
It bees like that. That's right.
What the
Oh,
Which
yeah.
I'm still hanging in there, Bobby. That's all.
That's right. That's all you can do is just hang in there, Wendy. Fuck yeah.
Yes.
This woman is dying live on this stream. What is happening?
I got poked 3 times today, and it wasn't in a good way.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm
I
sorry
got-
to hear that, Bobby.
I got fucking Band-Aids all.
This lady has COVID right now. She's hanging in there.
Hear that, Bobby.
2 fucking Band-Aids and fucking a new place for my fucking IV.
I'm
I
sorry
hope-
to hear that, Bobby.
I hope tomorrow is the last time.
Where
On the pipe.
now it's your new IV, Bobby? I'm just curious.
It's just on the other arm in the same spot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sorry
Oh.
to hear, Bobby.
Kirk said Michael Jordan is innocent. I don't think so, bro.
Nice. Who's Matt?
What?
Is Matt's laptop inviting itself back in again?
That's impossible.
Those are Jake's knees.
Yeah.
What the hell?
What am I? Is my kid? What am I doing something wrong, Bobby?
No, it's not you, Wendy. But guess who we do have backstage? We got Shammy. Fuck yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
Shammy, you're
Hi,
naked.
Shammy.
Oh my God.
hold on. I'm gonna
You're
put some clothes
naked,
on.
Sammy.
Okay, get some clothes on. Yeah, we don't.
Well, you
Here
don't
we go,
have
hold on.
to. You don't
Hey,
have
hey.
to put clothes on. You can.
Oh, come on,
Yeah.
Joe. You're
Natural.
lesbo, baby.
Hey,
Not
she's
lesbo.
beautiful.
but
There we go. Holy shit.
Thank you, man.
I'm the same way, sir.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna log off now. Looks like the fat pig's over here having fun. I'm gonna watch this some more, probably jump in the chat some. But yeah, I'll see you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. What is today? Monday. Yeah, Jesus God. I don't even know what the fuck day is what. Oh my God. Yeah, I'll see you guys. Oh! I'll see you tomorrow. Hold on. Today was back day. Today was back day. Back day. What the hell is that? Okay. All right, I got to get out of here. I've given you guys more than enough. I really didn't want to do back day. We did it though. God damn it. Can't stop flexing. Yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Everybody take care. I love you. Thank you guys for the support. Tomorrow we'll probably be going balls deep in some stuff. So yeah, we'll pick back up tomorrow. What we might have the lineup for tomorrow might be Scott Starbird around 6:15 p.m. Eastern time, and then I'll be live around 8. So yeah, I'll see you guys around then. Everybody take care. Take it easy. I love you. Thank you for the support. Mwah. Kisses for you. Come here. You deserve this. Oh.